Today we're talking about wheel bearing diagnostics and comparative anatomy. Next.
This video is sponsored by FAG, a Scheffler brand. Visit repexpert.us for more information.
Went to the doctor the other day, and he did something very interesting when he was diagnosing a problem with me. He looked at one hand and then the other. He looked at one leg and then the other, and he compared the two to see if there's any problems with asymmetry. Thinking to myself after the doctor's appointment, there's something to be applied here for wheel bearing diagnostics. From my experience diagnosing wheel bearing and wheel speed sensors, we get caught up on diagnosing just one corner of the vehicle, when on the other corner, on the opposite side, we have a known good we can compare it to. I'm talking about the signal, the resistance in the circuit, and other things that can be done to help diagnose what is wrong with that wheel bearing circuit or the wheel bearing itself. The no-brainer, well, that is using it to diagnose noise with the wheel bearings. Let's say you're going down a road and you've got one noisy wheel bearing. Go left to right to see if it changes the noise to compare side to side. In the case of wheel speed sensors and wheel speed sensor codes, look at one bearing on one side for the resistance and overall continuity and issues with that circuit and compare it to the bad side. The good side may not be generating codes, but the other side may be generating codes. This way, you'll know what is wrong with that wheel bearing on the other side because you have a known good on the other. It can actually get a little bit easier. For instance, on this Ford, they have the connectors for the wheel speed sensors in the rear right next to each other. So it is possible to jumper one side to the other to see if the code does follow. In some ways, cars are like people. They're symmetrical. In other words, one side typically matches the other. It's kind of a mirror image. So if you have a known good on one side and an error with the other, well, it's easy to do a comparison and figure out where the problem is. So in other words, you're doing comparative anatomy to diagnose a wheel bearing. I'm Andrew Markel. Thank you very much.